welcome to my channel in Love and Sight. Today I'm going to just bring you some midweek messages, and this is meant to be something really quick, hopefully about 15 minutes or so. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into it. So our first set of messages, let's see what we're getting. What do you need to know? What are some messages that are coming in? We're getting exchanging gifts. So maybe this week you might be celebrating someone's birthday or some other celebration of some sort. You don't have to necessarily be trading gifts, like you get a gift and then you give someone a gift. This could just be like you giving a gift or you receiving something. I noticed that there's all this pink energy as well. So it feels like this is some sort of like celebration. It's something happy. It's not like, I'm not feeling that it's something like a goodbye gift or anything like that. Like this seems like there's celebration. And then interestingly, like on this box, like I don't think you can really see this super well, but on this box, and also excuse my voice, like it's early in the morning, but this box has like a face on it. And so maybe I'm getting that some of you are being gifted the truth, or the truth is coming out and you're seeing it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull some tarot on it to see some clarification. Hey, this is a funny message that came in. Maybe it's for some of you. So like the stripes that are on the wall kind of remind me of like Victoria's Secret. I didn't hold that up long enough. But it reminds me of Victoria's Secret. So maybe some of you are kind of going out of your comfort zone and maybe like getting some lingerie or some boudoir photography as a gift for your partner. So it's like feeling very feminine and strong. So, you know, power to you for doing something like that. That's awesome. I always think that's fun. Okay. So we're getting the Two Swords in reverse, the Knight of Wands in reverse, and the Seven of Wands in reverse. So again, like with this Two of Swords, like earlier I said, like maybe some truth is being revealed to you because of this like face that was on the box. So yeah, like I feel like instead of being maybe confused or conflicted in some sort of way, like there's some sort of truth that's being revealed to you this week. I'm gonna get a drink of water because my throat. Yeah, so maybe some truth is being revealed to you this week. With the Knight of Wands in reverse, maybe this knowledge that you're being granted is like helping you to maybe relax. Like, so perhaps like you were on this, like you had, I'm getting this sense of like uncontrollable feelings of like wanting to move forward, like wanting to make something happen, wanting to do something. But after being, you know, given this information, or you gaining this information, however you gained it, it's kind of like putting things in perspective for you, and you're able to kind of slow down and kind of rein in that maybe that restless energy that you have. And then with the Seven of Wands in reverse, it's like Okay, so instead of being maybe defensive about something like you were in the past, or maybe you felt like you were against people, against someone, fighting with someone and having to stand your ground, that the gift that's being brought to you, it's like maybe an offer of a reconciliation or a surrender, so that you don't have to fight with them anymore. A peace offering is what's coming up to mind as well. So it's kind of like overall getting this like energy of like fighting a lot. Like these cards seem like you've had to be, I don't know, like on the move or something like that, but that this week, whatever you're receiving, it's kind of like bringing you a sense of peace, as well as a sense of just like, oh, like, I'm also getting the word relief. So peace and relief, and like, oh, like I don't have to fight the way I thought I would. Okay, so I'm going to pull some more cards. Oh, actually, here, I'm gonna pull a card from this deck really quick first before I move on to the next set of messages. Maybe what does Spirit want you to know about this message? What does the universe want you to know about this message? Okay. The healing must be completed before your life can transform. The healing must be completed before your life can transform. Okay, so yeah, I think this kind of has to do with that, like maybe restless energy, that conflicted energy. Like maybe the reason why you're feeling that conflict was because of some trauma or pain you've experienced in the past. And it's just like you wanting to take action on it is like you trying to run away from that pain or escape that pain again. But now like you've been shown this new perspective with this gift, and you're able to finally like move on and transform that energy. That's beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to move on to another message in case that did not resonate with you. I want to make sure that everyone maybe can get a snippet of something here in this reading this morning. We're getting never-ending story. Okay, so we have a fairy sitting here. It looks like a three-legged stool of some sort, and she looks like she's in agony or torment. So I'm getting that like maybe some of you are feeling that you keep experiencing the same thing over and over and over, or there's something that you are currently experiencing that you are unhappy in, and it just seems like it's dragging on and on and on forever. There's also this like heart arrow here. I hope I'm holding up to the camera properly because I have like the back to the camera, so it's not like the one where you can like, you know, take a selfie and you see what it looks like. It's just the circles. But anyways, so it looks like there's like a heart. It's like, you know, when you play a game and there's a spinner and you can flick it and the arrow spins. So there's a heart with one of those spinners in it. And it says, the words in there say, yes, love me, yes, no, yes, no, no, yes, no. And then the arrow currently is in between yes and no. So maybe some of you are in like a predicament where you're confused about whether to continue or to move forward in a situation or not, and this could be about love. Oh, you know what, I'm seeing this now. This is not a stool, it's actually an hourglass. So maybe like one message that just came up is like time is running out. So maybe like you're just kind of getting tired of this never-ending story, this situation that might be dragging on and on that you are unhappy about. So maybe you're about to make a decision to step out of that. Now, let's get some more messages here. we're getting the Page of Wands, the Eight of Swords, and the Five of Wands. It's a lot of wand energy today because we had a lot of wand energy in the previous message as well, along with the swords. So I'm getting here that you do want to take a step forward somewhere, like whether it's a step away or a step towards like some situation. And this could be in love, of course. There was like these hearts things, could be a passion project, and like, you know, this could be a passion project, this could be about career where you're just like stuck in your job and you hate it, or you're stuck in a situation where you're kind of doing the same thing and it's not really fulfilling you, and you do want to take a step towards like your passion, the thing that would make you feel alive. So I'm getting that you do want that, but then in your mind you're perhaps like feeling like, oh, I can't do this, or oh, like how am I even going to succeed in it? That maybe it's going to lead to some sort of conflict, or it's going to lead to you feeling like you have too much on your hands, too much on your plate to juggle all those things. Like, how am I supposed to, you know, like, how am I supposed to proceed with this when I have all these other things going on? You know, like, it's just going to be doomed to failure because I'm going to have to sacrifice it, things like that. So yeah, like, I think that you need to, like, what's happening here is you might need to get yourself out of that mindset. I'm actually going to go ahead and grab some like clarification this time around. Let's get a clarification for the Page of Wands, please. And then, you know, like, I like the way I set up these cards because, you know, you can see the previous card. And so, like, the healing must be completed before your life can transform. So whatever you want to move forward to or move away from, whatever story that you're trying to end, you know, you have to do some sort of inner work to get you to that point where you're able to do so. Okay, so let's get clarification, please, on this Page of Wands. We're getting the Magician in reverse. So yeah, like, it's like feeling like maybe you don't have the resources to either move away from a situation or towards a situation. So let's say you feel like you want to move away, like maybe you feel like you don't have support, you don't have a place you can go, you don't have anyone around you. And then also, like, because this deck is the deck that it is, it's the in-between tarot, you have the Magician here, but then you have the High Priestess. So it's like that transition between the two cards. So it's like, not only do you feel like you don't have the resources, but you also don't, you don't have an inner knowing, you don't have your intuition, you're not following it, you don't know how, whatever that case may be, but it's like you don't see how it can move forward, and you don't feel like you have what it takes, you don't have the resources to move forward or move away from your situation. Excuse me. Let's get clarification now on this Eight of Swords. Okay. So we're getting the Chariot card. Yeah, so I think that you guys are definitely mustering up the courage and the strength. Oh, funny. So this card, it's the Chariot, and then I don't know if you can see it there, but it's this way. It also says the Strength card, because that's just the next card in the Major Arcana. But it's like you're trying to gather up the courage and strength to do this. You see this person here, I don't know if it's a knight or something, but he kind of reminds me of Lord Farquaad from Shrek because of his hair. That's pretty funny. But anyways, so he's trying to gather up the strength to move forward, and so he's in this meditative state. And it's funny that I thought of Lord Farquaad from Shrek. He's not a good man or anything by any means, but what I am getting from that message is he's small. He's small and he's short, but yet he does have confidence about himself. You know, like, he's like, you know, these women, these princesses are like so out of his league. And he's, you know, watching through the magic mirror of, like, you know, his options, and he doesn't think for a second, you know, in those moments that he can't that he's not good enough. You know, he may be small and he's not courageous enough to go and get her himself. You know, that's why he has to have Shrek go do it for him. But he does utilize the resources that he has, and he doesn't feel bad about himself in any way. So it's like you are kind of like trying to get into this place of, you know, this Lord Farquaad energy where you're you feel like you can move forward, you know, you feel like you're strong enough to do so. So that's really cool energy there. And you know, why not? Let's just get a clarification card for this Five of Wands as well. And the Hanged Man. Let's see. Oh wow, that's a pretty intense card. Okay, so this is the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man is not hanging from a tree. He's hanging from it looks like one of those scarecrow type things, but it's not a scarecrow because it looks like it's made of a little bit something stronger than straw. It looks like maybe some wood. I really hope that when I show these cards to the camera, like you're able to see them. But it looks like wood or something, and he's hanging from it, but then you can see that there's like this fire underneath. So it's like almost like he's about to get burned. So maybe like you're afraid that you're going to get burned. But then what's cool about this card, you know, this is a hangman going into death. So it's like, I'm getting a couple messages here. One is like, you're not being afraid of that quote unquote death. So you're facing death, you're facing your fears. You know, people try to escape death in life. And this is not like literal death. This is like, you know, the thing that we fear the most, you know, like people, everything that lives pretty much like tries to survive, and they want to avoid death or anything that could lead them to an untimely death or a premature one. And it's like, maybe here, it's like you're facing those fears. Like I said, you're afraid to handle too much. You think that you're not going to be able to juggle whatever it is that you need to juggle. It's going to lead you to problems. So what I'm getting here is it's like you're trying to muster up that strength to face those fears and, you know, see things in a new perspective. You see how, you know, it's burning here. His head is like near this fire, but what's holding him, it's not just a plain rope here. Like there are butterflies. So it's like that transformation of your perspective to see that, like, you know, like this is not burning. Like I'm not burning to the ground. Like this is not going to burn me. Like this is going to make me stronger. This is going to maybe burn away whatever situation I'm currently in, so I can start fresh. You know, like you trying to leave this never-ending story and move towards something that you want. And it's so funny because it's like they're wearing the same color. Like they have, it's completely different decks too, but they have like those tights or something that's like white, and then this blue shirt. So it's like I'm getting here too, like some sort of balancing of masculine and feminine energies as well, transforming your thought processes to have a healthier perspective, which is very cool. So yeah, I like that a lot. Let's get another message here. What message do you have? Oh, way too much, way too much. Don't compare your life to others. Your journey is your own. Ooh, I really like this a lot for this message. Like, you know, perhaps like you feel like it's a never-ending story because you see everybody around you and they might be moving forward, and you're just kind of like, I'm still stuck here. You know, like I'm still stuck in the past or in this like crappy situation that I don't want to be in. And you feel like you let that drag you down, and you feel really bad about yourself for not being able to move forward or to leave whatever situation behind that you want to, and you see people around you like succeeding, and you feel like you're falling behind, and it's like, no, like, don't, like, this is your journey, and you're meant to be in this journey, and you're meant to learn whatever lessons you are meant to learn from the situation. And like, keep in mind, there's this hourglass, it's like divine timing, but you're sitting on top of this hourglass here. So it's like you have the power the whole entire time. You may not realize it, but you have the power to turn this hourglass upside down and start fresh. And also, it's just like, you know, you may not think that you have what it takes. You may not think you have the resources. You may not think you have the time, the strength, whatever it is. But the only reason why you think that is because you might see, you know, other people's successes and how they were able to move forward, and you feel like, oh, I don't have anything like that. And therefore I can't, you know, succeed in what I want to succeed in. And it's like, no, that's really not the case. Like, that's a mental cage that you're keeping yourself in. You completely have the power to do whatever it is you want with your life. Nobody is meant to live the same life. So please keep that in mind as you know, try to move from your situation. Okay, this is definitely going on longer than I wanted to, but I do want to get like one more set of messages, because I don't know, 3 seems like a better number than just 2. So let's try to get one more message, and I'm gonna try to be kind of quick about it. Okay, yes, thank you. And we have blessed here. Wow, that's a super beautiful card. Blessed. It's like this shell, and she's kind of like in this shell, but she's coming out at the same time. Like, her butterfly wings are made of like light and fire, it almost seems like, and it's just glowing. There are leaves blowing in the wind, there's stars in the sky. So it feels very hopeful, very wishful, very blissful, very grateful. I'm getting a lot of gratitude here, and also just flow, blessed. And, you know, since it's set up with these like cards from the previous messages too, it's like, you know that you are blessed as you are trying to get out of whatever situation that you are in. And that, you know, like, universe is going to guide you. Do not feel alone. Like, continue to have hope. And I like noticed that these leaves, you know, they're red. Fall is coming up for at least us here, like in the western part of the United States. Yeah, fall is coming up, and so it could be that something is changing for you in the fall. You'll receive some sort of blessings in the fall, or simply that it's just reminding you that, you know, cycles end, seasons change, and you're not going to be stuck wherever you think you are stuck. You won't be stuck there forever. There's opportunity for change, so do not lose hope there with that. I'm also getting like you do have protection. Like, she has a shell that's like a part of her, or that she's able to bring with her as she's traveling. So remember that you're always protected. You have protection. Yeah. Should take up, but it feels like it should be this way. Okay, so we're getting the 7 of Cups, the 5 of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so maybe we are moving out of this place of like confusion about something. So this kind of feels like a different energy than whatever I just read in the previous message. This feels like completely different. Honestly, I am getting a little bit more of like a romantic situation type of energy just from these, not necessarily including this, even though this was for this message. I'm getting a lot of like conflict in some sort of relationship here. Like, maybe we have someone who's got like 2 options or something. Because we do have like the Queen of Cups here and these 2 gentlemen here, and maybe one of them is a little bit more like, you don't think they're right for you. We have more than just two people in here, by the way. There's like these other two men as well in the background walking away. So it's like maybe there's lots of messages here. You know, you have lots of options. You see one might be a better choice than another one, but maybe you're attracted to another one for whatever reason. You know, like that bad boy type of energy where you like know they're not good for you, but you like them anyway, or you want them anyway. And like, you know, I'm saying bad boy, but this is just like anything. Like, you know, it could be, you know, a masculine with lots of options, whatever, take it as it resonates for you. But it's like, you know, someone here could have a lot of options and, you know, are confused about what's right or what path they should go on. Maybe you're currently in a situation and there is a lot of conflict and you're like, you know, I could definitely do something else with my time and effort and energy, put it towards something else that like will actually yield something good. You're trying to be loving and compassionate in a situation, but maybe that's a bit difficult for you because of the conflict that's happening. You're kind of wanting to maybe walk away, walk towards, like here I'm like noticing that these two men are kind of just, you know, like they're walking towards the sun. So maybe you're just like kind of like, oh, I'm done with the situation. I kind of want to go towards my happiness now. And you've been trying really hard to be compassionate, but it's just kind of getting old. I'm seeing, and then we have the Seven of Swords clarifying the Seven of Cups. So you know, I'm really not getting any type of feeling of deception, but it's maybe like, you know, walking towards, I want to say you're walking towards clarity. You're like, instead of feeling things, I'm getting the word uneven. So maybe there was some like, I'm getting differences, like the word differences, like uneven in like your perspective. Like maybe you guys have different points of views about things. Maybe it's something like you feel misunderstood or you don't understand them. So it's like this feeling of like, okay, like I don't really want that anymore. Like I want someone who understands me. I want to be able to understand who I'm with, or I want someone who's able to compromise or work with me on that. And you're not feeling like whoever you are currently with, whoever you're currently looking at, like you don't have to be with this person. Like this could be someone that you're like considering, but you're just like, oh, like this isn't really working out, or this might not work out, and I want to go towards something that will. Yeah, like we see like he has like a broken sword, so it's just like, it's like incomplete. You don't understand. You also don't feel like you have what it takes. Like you don't have the energy to fight anymore. You don't have the energy to, you know, be confused. Like you don't want that. You just want clarity. So interesting energy here. Let's get some clarifications on the Five of Swords real quick. Oh, shoot. That flew away. Let's see, there are two cards here, but I'll just take them since they flew out so strongly. We're getting the Ace of Cups and we're getting the Tower. So I'm getting for some of you that you are wanting to walk away. You are wanting to walk away to something new, like a new romance opportunity with someone else, or just some sort of new experience that will make you happier than you've been in this current one where there's all this conflict. Then we are getting the Tower, you know, like, so there will be, you know, whatever it is that you're deciding to do, like it's going to happen. Like you're going to make that change, and it's going to be a big change for you. Like when you're able to muster up the courage to move forward. And it's like also because this is the Tower to the Star, don't lose hope. Like there is definitely hope here. You know, we have this tree that's burning in this image here. This tree is burning, but you know, when there are wildfires, it also can bring in new life and new cycles. Wildfires are necessary sometimes. Like you have to get rid of the stuff that's like taking up all the space in order to make room for new and beautiful things. So I love that message. It's beautiful. Yeah, have the strength to do it. Like if you are debating on maybe walking away or taking a leap of faith towards a new opportunity, I think this is your message to do so. You are the Queen of Cups, and like, you have that power, you have that compassion. People, love you, or you will find that someone that does value you and sees everything that you bring to the relationship, all the love that you could bring to a relationship or situation. So don't settle. Don't settle. Let's get one message here. Know that you are safe and protected. We did just get this message. I did say this in the beginning of this, that you are protected and you are safe. So, if you're feeling like, oh, like if I leave, like I'm gonna lose out on stuff. Like, maybe financially this relationship has been supporting you. And you feel like, if I leave this, I'm gonna be empty-handed. There's nothing for me. Know that you're going to be okay. There's going to be opportunities for you to rebuild that. Like when this wildfire happens, there's, don't lose hope. It's okay to experience change, and it's okay to struggle, because, after that struggle, it's going to be, you're going to be able to make what you want, instead of having to live in whatever's already there. It's like, you move into a house that's already been built. You have to like really take it apart to modify it to how you want. But if you just go into somewhere where it's just like a blank foundation, blank space, like you can recreate what you want. So don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of starting over, is what I'm getting. Even though it's scary and it takes a lot of time and effort, and you might feel like you were wasting your time or something. Like, don't feel that way. It's okay. Awesome. Those are beautiful messages. So let me just get a couple of oracle messages for you to end this reading. Messages of guidance. Surrender unhealthy relationships. Wow. Okay, so see, definitely I did say that there was like a message of some sort of relationships here with this last one, or even with this never-ending story one, where you're trying to get away from some situation that you're stuck in, or surrender unhealthy relationships. The universe is talking to you here. It says, let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. Okay, that is a lovely message. Very empowering, strong message here for you to drop it. I did say that it did feel like your message was to leave, before this card came out, and now I feel even more strongly about it. Go ahead and do whatever it takes. Like, I know it takes time. It's easier said than done. Like, I get that. But, this is a sign for you that it is time maybe to look towards something else and know that you are safe and protected. You are safe and protected. It is okay. It will be okay. Everything is always going to be okay. Never say mean words out of anger. Your anger will pass, but your words can scar a person for life. Ooh, okay. So if we're looking at these cards together, like if you're in an unhealthy relationship, maybe you are also contributing to the unhealthiness of this relationship. Like, they could be bringing in toxicity to you, but if you're also fueling the fire by your words or actions, you could be also making this worse. And so it's up to you to break this cycle of, being in toxicity. Like, you don't have to contribute. Someone hits you, you don't have to hit them back. You can walk away. Someone yells at you, you don't have to yell back. You can, speak from the heart, words of kindness and compassion. And it's hard. So that's why this is coming up, like this is a challenge, but try to stay in, you know, like a healthy energy. Let's get one more here, and then we're gonna close out the reading, because this I did want this to be like 15 minutes or something, but it's been like over 30, and then it's probably gonna take like hours to upload, so I apologize in advance, but okay. Transitions, another card about moving forward. Transitions, you have all of the inner resources you need to cross whatever bridges arise on your path. Wow. Okay, so we did talk about this here in this message. Not feeling like you have the resources, not feeling like you have the strength to do whatever it is that you wanted to do, whether it is to walk away or whether it is to walk towards a passion and pursue it. You do have the resources here. You know, you are safe and protected. It's time for you to heal out of this mental stuckness that you don't have things or that you can't do something. It's time for you to get out of this, because you do. Like, the universe is telling you that you do. And then just because this card even says transitions in the first place, I really am getting that it's time for a change in your life. It is time for you to move forward, move away from whatever is holding you back, and don't be afraid to take that jump, take that chance for this change in your life. And that is what I have for you today. I hope that this brings you love and insight, and you know, that you have a wonderful day or night whenever I get the chance to upload this video. If you have, I hope you have like a really good rest of the week, and I hope to see you again soon. You know, take care.